Hello, grade 6 students. This is day 11 of STP Mathematics 1A free online lesson series. Okay, so by now you know with the 10 videos, the 10 lessons, we have completed the unit 1. And the previous day, we had the unit test 1 discussion. And today we are supposed to start with unit 2. Right? That is multiplication and division of whole numbers. I ask you to be thorough with the multiplication tables because it's an added advantage or that the capability you will be having when you are dealing with multiplication and division of whole numbers if you are thorough with the multiplication tables. But before coming to this, I have a small thing to clarify and so I'm very happy. Some of the students, they send me the voice messages and they pointed this. So then I'm so happy. That means they are watching this mindfully. They are watching this with an intention to learn something. So thank you so much for all the students who send me the voice message. This is what they pointed out. You just see 2 times 2 times 20, it is 40. That is done. Then 3 times 25, 75. That is done, right? When I add 40 and 75, it is 115. That is also done. And she had two 2 pounds. Altogether, how many pounds she has? 4 pounds, right? 2 pounds. So then the 4 pounds, it should be 400 pence, right? So the amount she paid, it should be 400, not 200, because here I have mentioned 2 pounds, right? So then 2 pound, one coin, let's say that it's a coin, and she had 2 such coins. So that means altogether she had 4 pounds. 4 pounds in the sense 400 pence. So then from 400, when I deduct 115, it gives me 285, right? From 400, when I deduct 115, so I'll show here like this, 400 and 115, we'll do the subtraction. So then here it is 5 and 8, and here now it is 3, 3 minus 1, 2, 285, right? By the way, children, sorry about my bad voice. Still, I'm not fully recovered and the cough, cold and everything still there. So then my voice is bad. Sorry about it. And we'll double check. So then here it should be corrected as she gets 285 pence as the balance, right? So you want to correct it like that. I'm very happy that when you come across with such a thing, you can comment it in the video itself. But if you feel that when you are pointing out this kind of thing in the video, it's not good, at the end of today's video, I'll send you my WhatsApp number. So you can just send me a voice message, teacher, that there is a calculation error. That when you are writing that you wrote it can be happen, right? So when I'm doing, you know that after doing all my lectures and everything that I do these recordings sometimes midnight. So there can be some errors like this. So then all of us are not perfect. Please point out, send me a voice message. This will be helpful for all of us to have a better session and that we improve that something happen. Okay, children. Then I want to double check what has happened in the question number 20th also. We'll see. Nimal went on shopping with his mother. He took 5 storybooks, right? 5 storybooks in the sense 80 into 5. That is correct. And 3 exercise books. 15 into 3. 45, correct. And 15 pence. So then the 8 into, so then it is correct, right? 15 into 8, it is 120. So then you want to get the total cost, 445 and 120, it is 565. 2 5 pounds notes. So that is 1,000 pence. From 1,000 pence that you deduct this one. Yeah, that is correct. So only mistake here I have done, I have not considered this word two. 2 pounds. Okay, thank you everyone who sent me the voice messages. Now we will move to our next topic, that is Unit 2. Take your theory book. Now you have something to do. So you want to start that you are writing in the same theory book, but you start with a new page, right? When you open the book, you know that normally we consider the right side is the new page, right? So then you start from the right side. When you open the book, the right side page, that will be a new one that you can put the date, and you write down everything in pink color. Now you know that if you can remember. So you just write Unit 2, multiplication and division of whole numbers. Quickly write down that. So if need, you can pause the video and write down it. Then straight away I'm moving to the lesson, as you can pause the video and do it. So then here, multiplication of whole numbers, that will be the first subtopic which you want to write in black color. Multiplication of whole numbers, right? So children, I will show you something. This is not a new topic for you. You have done enough questions in grade 3, 4, 5. But so we will learn this with a fresh mindset, because that from grade 6 onwards, that you have kind of an advanced version of all the math concepts you have learned, right? So then by any chance, let's say one apple is, let's say, 25, right? One apple is 25. I'm just giving you an example. So then if I buy 3 such apples, that is 25, one apple, another 25 for the second apple, another 25 for the third apple. To get the full cost, I want to add them together. It gives me 75. Don't I have any other method to do this while adding? Let's say that if I buy 12 apples, what happened? 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Are you going to write 12 times like that? No. So how many times you wrote this 25? 3 times you wrote. So then can't I multiply this by 3 and get the same answer? Yes, I can, right? So then you can understand. So then when you add 25, 25, 25, 25, this 3 times, the same thing we get when you multiply 25 by 3, right? So then that is what you want to understand. So then I'll give it like this. Let's say I write, I bought 3 apples, right? Uh, each apple cost, let's say, 25 pence, right? So how this is the scenario, right? So I bought 3 apples. Each apple cost, right? Each apple cost 25. So then how I'm going to get the answer? So then the total cost, that here I can modify. What's the total cost? Yeah. Calculate the total cost for 3 apples, right? So this is what we want to find. The one option, right? So then here that we get it like this. The one option, I add pence here, 25, 25, and 25. I add them together and it gives me the answer 75 pence. Then here what I do, so then the pence is the unit, 25. I multiply by 3, it gives me 75, right? Now you can do like this method if you buy only 3 apples, 4 apples, 5 apples. But if you buy 42 apples, if you buy 65 apples, if you buy 100 apples, are you going to write 25, 25, 25, 63 times, 100 times? No, it is not practical. So if I have to write something times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, what it is, it's the times table. So then the multiplication. So 25 you multiply by 3 and it gives me the answer 75. So you want to understand that how this concept builds up, right? So then next one, then you write here that the same thing they have done. 69 they have added 4 times, right, without adding it. So then it is multiplication like this. So then we want to understand, right, that here how you get this. Easily you can do this, that the 69 another way, that we will take the other example, that our example 25 is what, children? So then here what do we have? We have 20 tens and 5 units, right? Okay. Then if I have that the 25 multiplied by 3, right? What will happen? What will happen? 20 tens, when I multiply by 3, it gives me what? 60 tens. And then here, 5 units, when I multiply by 3, what it is? So then it is 15 units. Do we tell it like that? 15 units? Is it? So then what we can do? So this is kind of the expanded version. So what it is, that we don't write it like this. So then we can write what? 20. So this is not 20 tens, children. 2 tens and 5 units. So then the 6 tens, right? 2 tens, 2 tens into 3, 6 tens. Here what it is? 110. How can I expand this? 110 and 5 units. Then what I do? 6 tens, add 110. It gives me 7 tens. That 7 tens and 5 units, right, will give me what? 7 tens means 7 times 10. And then this is 5. Then I write. So this is 75. That is kind of a longer version, but I just showed you. So this is what happened. So when you have something 25, 25, 25, so you just see that here what they have given, that the 69 into 4 means that the 9 units, right? 9 units into 4 and 6 tenths. Can you see that the 69 means 9 units into 4? That becomes 36 units. 36 they divide into 3 tenths and 6 units. And 6 tenths into 4, it is 24. That 24 and this 3, 27, right? So then 27 tenths. So then the 207 tenths, don't worry, I will explain this. This is a fantastic example. Hope first you try to understand this. 25, I can write it as 2 tenths and 5 units. If I want to multiply 25 by 3, I want to multiply these the two portions by 3. 2 tenths when I multiply by 3, it gives me 6 tenths. 5 units when I multiply by 3, it gives me 15 units. But these 15 units I segregate again, that in the 15 units that I have 1 10 and 5 units. That 1 10 and 6 tenths add together, it gives me 7 tenths. 7 tenths means 70 and 5, the answer is 75, right? So then here you get the answer 75, right? So then we will discuss another one. Let's say they want to do that the 69, 69, 69 and 69. You add them together, right? When you add them together, right? 69 when you multiply or add 4 times, it gives me 276, right? Now what we are going to do, that we write 69 in a different way. How I'm going to write 69? That it is that the 6 tenths and 9 units, right? So then if I want to multiply this by 69 by 4, what happened? Right, that 4 times you are doing this now. So then it is 6 tens multiplied by 4 and 9 units to multiply by 4. It gives me 24 tens, and here it gives me 36 units. Okay, so these 36 units I can write in a different way. How? I can write 3 tens and 6 units. Okay, then 24 tens and 3 tens. Here I write 24 tens plus 3 tens. So what it is, it gives me the answer. I'll show you. It gives me the answer. It is 27 tens. Right? 27 tens means, children, 27 times 10. It is 270 now. So this 270, you just see that I write what? 2 hundreds. So then the 7 tens. So then what is the whole thing that we are going to get there? 469 into 100 into 4 will be equal to 200 7 tens and 6 units, right? So then I show you 2 times 100 and 7 times 10 and 6. So then what it is? 270 and 6. So then the answer 276. This is kind of a long method. You don't want to do these things in the exam. So I'm just showing that 69 when you add 4 times and 69 when you multiply by 4, you get the same thing. So then what is the conclusion then, right? So you take the black pen, so then we can write 69, 69, 69 and 69 is equal to 69 multiplied by 4, right? 25, 25, 25 is equal to 25 multiplied by 3, right? So this is what I want to explain you. So then when you add something 4 times, so that is the same thing, you multiply the number by 4. If you add a number 3 times, so that is similar thing, you get that when you multiply that number by 3, right? So then we will move to the textbook here. So now they have given straight away that then you don't want to worry about the earlier concept, which we learned the longer one. Don't worry about that. So then we will move to, so then the explanation, the long explanation is over, right? And then I will start from the example 1. 29 multiplied by 3. This is how they have given. You keep it like this, that I move my finger like this and come here. 29 multiplied by 3. 3 times 9, 27. 2 remainder. 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. So then my answer is 87. Here I write 87. Let's say I have another question. 48 multiplied by 6. I write it like this. Come here and here 48 multiplied by 6. This. So then the 6 times 8, 48. 6 times 4, 24. 24 plus 4, 28. 8, right? So then 48 when you multiply by 6, it gives me 288, right? It can be anything, children. Don't worry, it can be any number. Then I'll take another one now. 103 multiplied by 7. What should I do? I go to the working column, 103 multiplied by 7. 7 times 3, 21. 2 remainder. 7 times 0, 0. 0 plus 2, 2. 7 times 1, 7. So then when you multiply 103 by 7, it gives me the answer 721, right? So then you want to copy down all these things. Okay, first we copied down this one, put the date, write down the unit 2 and the multiplication and division of whole numbers in pink color. Multiplication of whole numbers, the subtopic black color. Then I gave you this example, how it works when you add in something 3 times that is very similar to multiplying that particular number by 3. And then I showed you how this, when you multiply 25 by 3, I segregated that 20 into 2 tens and 5 units. And I showed you how this 75 comes, right? So then the 69, when I add 4 times, that is very similar to 69 multiplied by 4. So then I showed you how it works. So then that is the longer version. Anyway, you don't want to write this in your paper or in the exam. This is just for your explanation why I wanted to explain that much, to show you when you add 69 4 times, that is very similar to 69 when you multiply by 4. 25 you add 3 times, 25, 25, 25. 3 times you write it in the vertical way and add it and get the answer. That is very similar to when you multiply 25 by 3. Okay. So then I move to a few examples. This is how you want to show your exercise, that when you are doing the homework, straight away that you go to the working column and do the working and transfer the answer. And be mindful when you are transferring the answer. Sometimes 87 you write it as 67 or 97. Double check whether you have transferred the correct answer which you got with your calculation. Okay, children. So then this is the end of today's lesson. So what will be the homework? So you are supposed to do all these underlined questions. You are supposed to do all these underlined questions in this manner. Your writing book or the exercise book should be like this. You just see that how I have written the equation mark and how I have shown the workings, and this neatness and order should be there when you are trying them. So then you want to do all these underlined questions, right? So then these two. Why I'm giving many? Because you have the weekend. Okay, you have the weekend. You can do a lot. So these questions altogether, I think you have 6, 12, 24. You just do that. The Saturday you do 12 sums and Sunday you do 12 sums, and Monday we'll meet again to discuss the next topic. And first of all, I want to discuss the answers for these, right? I have shown you how to multiply the three-digit number and the 2-digit number. Okay, children, so this is STP Mathematics 1A lesson series, day 11, right? So we have completed 10 days and we have completed the unit 1. We'll meet again Monday for the next part, the multiplication, the next part. Okay, children, see you then. Bye.